What's going on, guys? It's Chad. Yo, by the way, people have been leaving some comments and shit saying stuff like, dude, the exposure on your camera is way too bright. Dude, why are you so, like, if I turn the actual exposure, it has to do with my angle, okay? Here's the other thing, is that it's not just that the light is too bright or anything like that. It's really not that bright. But here's the issue. There's only a few settings on this thing, and watch what happens if I go and put it on the one notch lower than this current light. Watch. Would you rather watch them like this? I mean, I'm down. I'll make the video just like this. There's shadow now. You know what I mean? So there's this, or there's this. It ain't that bright. It's just my skin. I'm staying inside all the time. I mean, fuck it. Trying to change it a little bit. You know, this is terrible for your mental, by the way. I feel terrible for encouraging everybody to just stay inside, but you probably should get some fresh air a little bit. You can play video games without going completely goblin, you know what I mean? This shit ain't good for you. It's really not. Oh, and by the way, GFUEL is currently having a BOGO sale at the moment, so that's buy one, get one free. If you use the link down in the description, it'll actually do the Raging Gummy Fish promo, so you can get some Raging Gummy Fish and then get something free with it. But be sure to use that link if you want to support me and my BOGO thing, and then there's other flavors as well. So if you like other flavors besides just Raging Gummy Fish, I mean, you can always just pick whatever the other free one is. So last night I ended up finishing this pistol here, this weird one. I didn't even put gold on it yet, but boom, there it is. The top break, that's what it's called. Top break pistol is now completed. I was doing the pistols last night. The double XP and pretty much everything else is just gone now, so that's really terrible and boring. Activision and some other people are off during this week, or it's like their vacation time or something like that, so I don't really know if we're gonna get much of like an update or anything like that. I don't know any playlist updates that are planned or whatever, but yeah, shipment is gone. It's not necessarily gone, it'll be in the rotation, but there is no more playlist for it. There is no more Dust House in the playlist. The Carnage mode is gone, which is kind of heartbreaking now that I was looking at it, because the Carnage playlist was underrated. It's basically just hardcore objective modes, but so now I guess we do the 1911. So in terms of progress, I didn't make as much progress as I would have hoped in my mind, but we're more than halfway through this grind at this point, and the pistols are pretty easy to knock out, so I mean, they're also really good in hardcore, so I could just use this time the 1911 Clauser machine pistol. I hear a whole bunch of people talk all this shit about the machine pistol and everything. I've also heard people talk about this top break. It is weird, but it really wasn't bad, and I'm gonna feel like that's probably the same case with the machine pistol. I hear a lot of people talk about how bad this thing's long shots are to get, but it can't be that bad. It just can't. Got a burst attachment on it and other stuff like that. Oh, and I recently watched, who was it? Sour's video. Sour's been making these, like, why is Search and Destroy selected? He made a video, like, analyzing the XP rates and gains and stuff like that, and the only way that I even knew that this video even existed was from JGod mentioning that there was some sort of XP bug. So I go and watch this video, and Sour ends up determining that, like, some kills are basically getting, like, less XP than usual. Other ones will randomly have, like, more than 2 or 3 times the amount of points that they're supposed to have, and you would think that's, like, maybe compensating. Like, okay, say you get 5 kills, then the first 2 kills will be normal, and then the next other 2 will be much lower, and then the 5th one will be way higher. It's like, oh, well, maybe that's, like, just making up for the XP that you ended up missing, but it, net-wise, it still doesn't add up. And this is through testing of, like, double XPs, and popping it on Warzone, popping it on Cold War, playing different game modes and other shit, different pacings. I got the Type 99 basically to max. It's not done or anything, but then I got the other 2 sniper rifles I have to level up as well, but I really don't think it'll be that bad, but I haven't tried leveling with no double XP in a few days, so I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, so yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna be feeling about a video, but I'm gonna have one tomorrow, so ow. Also, this tooth right here, I think I'm gonna mention it to him, but I'm afraid that if I do mention that I've had this tooth here, so basically, my front left tooth got broken in half when I was a kid, like actually in half. Like, I got hit in the mouth with a thing, it was called like a groove ball or some shit like that. It was back in the day, I was a kid, stupid as shit. This is before my sister was born, because that same day, I had to go to a baby shower. I was walking around there like I was a fucking MMA fighter. I was playing with this, it was like a hard plastic ball, and there's a light in it, and you follow the light around, and you score points by doing it. I found out that if I tossed it up while spinning it, it racks up a shit ton of points. So I was laying on my bed, just tossing it up into the air, flipping it, flipping it, flipping it, and then one of these times, I did not catch that shit, and it hit me straight up in my tooth and snapped my front tooth in half. It's my adult front tooth, so So that bitch, yeah, is perma broken. Afraid that if I mention it, they're gonna do like this thing where they start tapping around with it or something, and they go, oh yeah, this thing has got to go. It's I think it was like a tooth bonding or something it was called. Basically, this whole thing is like, it's kind of like a cap. Not exactly. It's like cement in my mouth, basically. At least that's how I was led to believe it when I was a kid or whatever. Whatever it actually is, I don't know. Oh shit! I'm afraid they're gonna take a look at it because I looked online about how long like tooth bondings are supposed to last, and if I'm doing the math right in my head, I must have had this tooth bonding for like well over like 15 years. And I'm seeing numbers like 8 years, 10 years. I have a fear that if I fuck with it, it's gonna come off and then I have to do videos looking like a fucking hockey player, and this is gonna be so embarrassing. And then the other thing is like, when they go to actually go and give me a new one, I don't think that's what they're gonna do tomorrow, but I'm afraid that they're gonna say something. I'm afraid that when they do it, it's gonna be like weirdly colored. Like it just won't match the rest of my teeth. So it's like, I know these guys are really good with matching colors and shit like that, but fuck. Honestly, maybe I should just buy a whole new mouth. Pearly white veneers or whatever the fuck people are doing. I don't even know. That sounds, my confidence would be through the roof. Pistols in hardcore are always good. They just are. They've always been good since the dawn of time.
Fuck you.
Should've did your riot shield a long time ago. I have trauma, okay? I didn't look into anything about who I was, who I am, where I'm from. I don't know shit. I need to do a DNA test and just fucking break it all down. Figure out what the fuck I even am, where I'm from, even what the fuck am I? I just don't have a sense of like identity. It's weird. I'm fine with it, but I really don't know shit. I just don't know where I'm from. Like, here comes the packet burst play of the game, baby. It's weird. The pandemic did some weird shit where, like, since I didn't go outside, I already didn't go outside. Don't get me wrong. I already did it. But shit has transformed since I've been out there. This is how people fall behind. Like, physically, though. Like, you can sit there and keep up with all the memes and shit that you want online while you just sit there in your little, you know, your sweats and dirty sheets and shit like that. I know what it is. I know. Look, I look fine on these videos, but I'm telling you, man, we know what a day off is. I don't know where I was going in my brain with what I was saying. I completely forgot as soon as the game started, sorry. I should see a psychologist, huh? It's weird, I just want to learn more about myself. I barely even fucking know me. What the fuck is going on? Jason, you make Call of Duty videos, shut up. I'm talking to myself in videos. You gotta learn how to reframe the fight. Disengage, and then reframe the fight. Dude, reframing is God tier. I'm telling you, you can reframe anything. Only rank 8? Okay, I feel like I've been doing decent in these games. Sure, maybe I don't even have, like, 100 plus kills yet. 40 eliminate. Oh, that's all I've had? Why do I feel like I've had, like, well over 100 already? I shot into armor, and then my teammate just blew my back out. Oh, I just realized I haven't gotten Shigenori to level 20 yet. I'm using him right now, but like, I just realized now we don't have the double operator shit either. Honestly, if the game's numbers keep going the way that they do, I won't be surprised if this game is perma double XP. So honestly, the atomic grind, like actually permanent double XP. I'm not even joking. So I have this problem when I go to the dentist. I produce an obscene amount of saliva. I'm not joking. Like, it's almost like I'm a cobra. This shit sounds gross as fuck, but like, you know how you, like, your mouth salivates, right? And when you're sitting there laying, they got the light in your face, they got like 2 people standing around you, you got the assistant, then you got the other person, there's just one person, whatever, and then you're sitting there with their mouth open, right? Whole time. And as uncomfortable as that already is, as awkward as that already is, that I'm just sitting there with my mouth just wide open, laying there like a fucking titan. In the process of knowing how dry my mouth actually is from the air and everything that they're just trying to work. I get that. My mouth wants to produce more saliva, right? And that's natural, that's normal. I'm different though. I might be part cobra. My mouth will be dry as fuck. I just swallow. Just to feel what my throat feels like. How dry is it? Just decide to swallow. I will literally just shoot like venom clean out of my mouth. I'm not joking. Like, actually gets distance on that shit. Like, we're not the same. If I can train those muscles somehow and control them, that could be used as an actual weapon. I'd hate to be a dentist working on me. Not because I'm talking to him, not because I keep closing my mouth, not because I do any of that shit, but because I am literally spraying saliva at them the entire time. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. It just happens. What do I do? Not swallow? I can't. It's like a tick. That's like telling someone not to blink. You can choose not to, but eventually you're just gonna gulp. You know what I'm saying? Alexis was just like, yo, you got a dentist appointment tomorrow. I'm like, oh shit, I actually have to do something. I'm really nervous. I gotta get past this. It's just a dentist appointment, man. Holy shit.